this is an example of the digital dashboards that as external evaluators for the Farm and Ranch Stress project, we use to help manage a large team that delivers a large number of mental health and wellness programs. We initially created this because we also were having a difficult time keeping track of all of the platforms that we use, everywhere the documents are housed, the number of teams and the instructors and people that were participating on the grant. And then as we started moving forward, there were a lot of additional details that the grant team needed to be able to put on presentations and marketing information like the grant award number. So we found that it was easier to house all of our assets for the program in one place. And since then, we have loved the digital dashboard approach so much that we've created additional dashboards for other projects that we work in. One of the things that it allows us to do is provide a number of different mental health and wellness programs through several different multidisciplinary programs. So for one of our programs, we deliver 3 different mental health and wellness programs. They're listed here as the mental health first aid, taking care of you, and QPR. And these are all delivered by different teams. And then for another one of the programs, we add an additional program or 2 additional programs, Tai Chi and Weathering the Storm. So this helps our instructors find the information that they need. It helps all of our teams coordinate their information in the same location. And it allows us to access a large number of digital platforms in one location so that we can better find our information. And I'm going to turn it over to Matt so that he can give you some examples of how the dashboard works.
Sure. So in the grant or in the programming process that the grant is funding, we have a whole process where you have to, establish who the sponsor and who's going to be hosting the event. You have to go through a registration process, a fee collecting process, a delivery process, a marketing process, and reporting process. And so there are many different platforms utilized through this process. And so we've centralized access through this dashboard on the favorite section here. So under programming links on the left column here, we have access to our schedule. So the schedule is simply where we're keeping track of how many people have registered for which program and which grant is funding it. And that's simply through an Excel spreadsheet that all the different programs report in. They each have a tab for its own process. This is behind a password protected access code. So again, access is controlled, though we all go to the same starting point to access information. Same thing with teams. Our teams and a lot of our files are stored on the teams files through there. And so here's a simple way to access that. My extension is where you start the process to enter the data, the demographics into the system, the number of people attending. That's started through my extension, which is linked behind the scenes through Cvent. I'll click on Cvent just to show the password protection that's behind that. And so it would just take you to the dashboard or the portal rather, and it's saved there. And you just click login. So just a simple click away, and then you'd be able to access the registration information. Qualtrics is another one of our data collection portal, our tools. And again, you just click on that link to Qualtrics. In this case, I will probably access it to show you an inside look. And just takes a second to open, and you can then access all of the normal features that you would inside of the platform itself. And so just a couple clicks away, you don't have to look for the Qualtrics login portal, the URL needed to access it. Just go hit return back to the dashboard. Other frequently visited websites are also shared on here. So under the MU Extension Programs column, under the blue box, are some of the toolkits that we often share with participants. If you're wanting to track and share with your community programming, you can go to, for example, the Show Me Strong Farm Families, which is the centralized web page that offers the tools, the upcoming events, the resources are all accessed there. So it's a web link that is often shared. So again, quick and easy way to access that. When we're doing marketing, sometimes that's through Facebook. And so we have some of the common platforms on Facebook that we market through, such as Show Me Strong Farm Families, Taking Care of You. Some of reporting favorites that are under favorite links. And then under the colored boxes at the top here, we have some key documents that are often necessary. Mo codes and scheduling is simply is an instructional sheet that walks the instructor through the process of scheduling the event, what sort of accounting codes, which we call Mo codes, are used in order to track which expense account is going to come out of. The grant deliverables are front and center here, so they can make sure we can have easy access to our goals and objectives and how many scholarships we're offering. And then scrolling down, in this case, this portal or this dashboard is managing 2 grants simultaneously. We have the University of Illinois Farm and Ranch Trust, which University of Missouri is one of the participating institutions. It has our NIFA codes front and center, our master schedule, where we track the number of programs being delivered, number of participants, specific data collection tools for each specific mental health program is available. So under Taking Care of You, if you click this link, you'll be able to grab the shareable URL for the exit survey. And then the same thing, the process for the Missouri State Department of Agriculture grant, which is also a NIFA grant, or yes, a NIFA grant. And we have 2 additional other programs being managed there. So this is just one use of the dashboard to centralize all the key moving parts and the platforms within the dashboard. But we've liked this concept so much that we've also created similar dashboards for other grants. So here's just a quick peek at a 2501 grant that we're helping to manage. So this is all a dashboard that we can quickly and easily modify ourselves. If we want to add a feature, add a link, add a resource, we can do that. An external use, I'm just going to show here, is for labor and workforce development, which Amy and I are part of that discipline. We have an external facing dashboard where we can share resources. I think it's just taking a second to load here. And this is a way we can share our own data, our resources, our newsletter. This is our archives, our workforce data dashboard can be accessed through here. And so this is a convenient website or hyperlink that we can share with others to connect to our social media and our resources. And we often share it with new stakeholders when they want to learn more about what labor and workforce does. And so, as you've seen, there's many ways to use the dashboard to help manage your grant. And we've actually, as Amy alluded to, really found it a very useful tool to the point that we've adapted our own dashboard specifically for labor and workforce. So this is our latest iteration. This is, the world premiere, and this provides links to all the most used tools that we use, from the platforms that we use to our social media pages that we manage our market on, our reporting tools, the different drives from Google Drive to SharePoint to Teams to Box, other frequently accessed websites and platforms. And so it's all here on the centralized page. And again, it has these icons that allow us to quickly access our other dashboards. So I'm going to return to the original Farm, Ranch, and Stress dashboard and just say this is a simple concept and tool. Digital is a platform that we use to create this dashboard, but you can do similar dashboards through other platforms such as Google. But the whole purpose of doing it is to make the workflow process better and to create a process and a product that we can control and manage, so that we're not relying on other individuals or webmasters to control that process. So again, I hope this demonstration was helpful, and we hope that you'll be able to take some lessons and best